You're getting to the main event now, though. The big main event now.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh, this is going to be such an amazing fight. Oh, man. I can't even at this point.
I keep flip-flopping fucking back and forth on my pick, dude. It's crazy still.
If it helps, maybe me and Mikey Gills will be able to bring you over to the dark side, because I think we got something going on here. Well, Khabib Nurmagomedov is minus 335 versus Justin Gaethje. Nurmagomedov is clearly one of the most dominant 155 pounders ever. Everyone saying in the taglines he's the most dominant champion ever. Let's hide that away. He's fought for the title twice. Let's put that down. GSP, John Jones, Anderson Silva. There's a laundry list of champions that had Mighty Mouse, just like all the defenses where they were clearly ahead. So maybe a few more. I'll give him dominant MMA fighter. Champion, let's watch all of the hyperbole there. This is technically a unification bout because Justin Gaethje has the interim title where he beat Tony Ferguson. So no, we do not get Tony Ferguson versus Nurmagomedov. We're getting Justin Gaethje versus Nurmagomedov. But real Mike, I'll let you go first. I know, like you said, you're flip-flopping, but I want to hear why you're flip-flopping. So what's making the hard decisions here between Nurmagomedov and Gaethje for you?
Oh man, the hard thing is that I don't like Khabib striking at all. Mm-hmm. Nothing about it. I don't like it at all. I don't think it's good at all. I don't think he has leg kicks. And Gaethje has devastating leg kicks. Leg kicks that will fuck you up so bad that it might fuck up your wrestling. So I just don't know,
or
like how
ACL.
Yes, how long is Khabib gonna fuck around and stand for? Mm-hmm. A D1 wrestler like Justin Gaethje is no fucking joke. I'm so proud of those type of wrestlers, especially in America. It's a huge honor, and it's like fuck, dude. The better striker with the US D1 wrestling is Justin Gaethje, and I feel him, like I see him right there, but like then I fucking wonder, like, is Khabib gonna take him down and fucking maul him? Just like I've heard all the stories of him mauling every single fucking person I've ever heard, like whether it's Cormier or fucking Vera or anyone that I've ever talked to personally. It's so it's like it's fuck, man. My heart says that Khabib's gonna win, and then my brain says that I should go with Gaethje. Give him the chance, but it's just it's so hard to go against Khabib and all the stories and everything and the mythological creature that they've created of Khabib. So I'm so fucked, dude. I'm gonna go with Justin Gaethje, dude.
Okay. Mikey Gills, let him know why he should probably be a little more confident in that.
Well, I'm gonna start off quoting the great Gorilla Monsoon from WrestleMania 3. This really is the irresistible force meeting the immovable object. I can't tell you how pumped I am for this fight. You're telling me that you're still flip-flopping making your pick for this fight? I made my pick for this fight 3 years ago. I have not stopped talking about Justin Gaethje beating Khabib Nurmagomedov for as long as I can remember either of them being relevant. Like as soon as Khabib became that guy that everyone
I've said it too on our old podcast too. So but it's still hard to but you got it.
Okay, well, give me some rope at this next statement. We can dive into it if you want, but we're talking about Khabib. He's going to go into the cage and fight essentially the best wrestler and the best striker that he's ever had to face in his career at the same time. And I don't care what the stories are about Khabib over at AKA. He's got like Javier Mendez or whoever, like throwing fresh people at him. He's not throwing Justin Gaethje at him, kicking him, hitting them from every single angle possible, scrambling, D1 wrestler, getting up over and over and over again against that cage. What is Khabib Nurmagomedov going to do is the bigger question. I'm tired of hearing the question of like, oh, what's Gaethje going to do when he gets taken down? What's he going to do? He's going to get back up. He's going to get back up because he's a wrestler who can get back up. He's going to get back up because his strikes to the leg are going to hurt Khabib. And those single legs, those double legs, are not going to have as much power. He's going to get his hand free once Khabib's a little tired. That Dagestani handcuff, whatever. He's going to rip his hand off and slap him in the face with the Diaz style. I don't care. This is Justin Gaethje's fight. $7,000 on DraftKings. You want to feel comfortable about this, Mike? Feel comfortable about $7,000 on DraftKings.
Yeah, that's disrespect. This is the disrespect moment of the show. You cannot disrespect a D1 wrestler like Justin Gaethje. It's fucking too fucking much. We are going with Justin Gaethje to fucking dominate.
Elevation Fight Team. Trevor Whitman has transformed this guy. He has transformed him. After that Poirier loss, he went to Whitman and he said, I don't want to be the idiot god of violence anymore. I want to be the champion. Make me a champion, Trevor. And that's what they've done. Over the last 4 fights, you have seen steady improvement from this guy. And then he goes up against Tony. He goes up against Tony, and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, well, Tony's the guy. What did he do? He demolished him. He didn't just beat Tony. He essentially made Tony quit. The referee saved him, but Tony was like, yeah, no, thanks. Like, he was Tony wanted out of that fight. Justin Gaethje at $7,000. Take it all day. Khabib Nurmagomedov, don't get me wrong, love him. Crazy good store. One of the best fighters of all time. $9,200 on DraftKings. He's going to be a great play. So will Justin Gaethje. Let's go.
I'm not going to come at it with such gusto, but I'm going to add in a few points. I'm going to echo a few points, and then we'll be able to sign off for the night. Well, not quite sign off. We'll do our review as we do of both our DraftKings lineup and our bets for the show before we sign off. But in terms of the main event, Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje, I'm on Gaethje. Literally the only reason I am not betting this is because we have such a terrible record when it comes to betting main events that I don't want to put that type of bad juju on Justin Gaethje. But in terms of a pick, it's Justin Gaethje for these reasons. On the Justin Gaethje side, those leg kicks, man, those leg kicks. The reason people don't whip those leg kicks at Nurmagomedov, it's one of the reasons people were talking about Tony Ferguson versus Nurmagomedov, is people are afraid to get taken down. Justin Gaethje doesn't care. He's going to throw a full blast at his knees, at his legs, and if it doesn't affect super early, and I've seen fights where literally 2 leg kicks Justin Gaethje took a guy's knee out. Ben Foster, if I remember right. Don't quote me on that, but
Brian
pretty
Foster.
sure that's right. Brian Foster. God,
you're close. Either way.
WSOF, either way. It was 1 or 2 strikes to the leg. The dude's knees were gone. Those takedowns are not going to have as much pep. And even full bore, they might not be able to get Justin Gaethje down. I'll even put that out there. They might not be able to get him down. But I agree with Mikey Gills. If they get him down, he'll get back up. And even if he can't get back up, this is Justin Gaethje. All he'll think is, okay, I'll go after the leg again next round. Okay, I got down again. Okay, I'll go after the leg the next round. At some point, those are going to add up to that those takedowns don't have as much pep. And Justin Gaethje has a fantastic left hook that is a strike that continually lands under Nurmagomedov. It got landed by Poirier, landed a few big ones. McGregor landed a few big ones. It's like, I don't know the way he dips his shoulder. I don't know exactly, but the left hook always lands, and that's Justin Gaethje's best strike, and he throws it with relentless power. I agree. Trevor Whitman has finally molded this kid. I don't know if it reached a zenith versus Tony Ferguson because it all added together, or because they was an empty arena. The crowd wasn't making his bloodlust boil up. Well, you know what? He has that for this fight too. There is no crowd. There's going to be a few more VIPs than in the past, but still no crowd. And he's going to be able to focus. He's going to hear Trevor Whitman the entire time. He's going to treat him like it's a dang video game and press a button and Justin will react. He will throw combinations and he will throw. He will not be afraid to throw and he will throw. He might even go for a takedown himself. Who knows? On the Nurmagomedov side, obviously, crazy dominant. His wrestling is ridiculous. Everyone does so many what ifs because he can still do that one thing. What happens when that one thing doesn't happen? Well, that one thing has continued to happen. The only time it hasn't is when he's chosen to strike, and it hasn't gone terrible, but it also hasn't gone great. So here's hoping he doesn't strike, because that's just bad news for him. But getting a little morbid with you, this is the first fight that Nurmagomedov will ever fight without his lifetime coach and dad in his corner. Well, not in his corner, alive. It sounds bad, but this will be the first training camp he hasn't trained with him, or at least talked to him about, where he's getting feedback. It has been his lifelong trainer, him and most all the other guys that have come over from Dagestan in their little group there. His dad was the one who trained them all. He is not there. Nurmagomedov is talking that he's going to retire at 30-0. His dad wanted him to retire at 30-0. He's looking past Justin Gaethje to that 30-0. He wants to retire undefeated at that 30-0. I've heard it 10 times this week and other things in videos. People are already bringing up Conor McGregor, getting him riled up, Nurmagomedov. making him look past Gaethje. I'm not saying he's necessarily looking past him because I don't think Nurmagomedov would completely go that route, but let's put it this way, more so than in the past. But those leg kicks, man, you're going to get Khabib coming in. He's going to get leg kicked. He's going to wrap him up in the clinch. And he's going to get leg kicked because Justin Gaethje is one of those guys that could do leg kicks in the clinch. It's insane. I know. And he might get taken down. But at no point throughout the entire fight will Justin Gaethje concede to defeat. I love Dustin Poirier. He is one of my favorite fighters. He conceded to defeat after that first round. You could hear him in his corner. It was sad to see. He's one of my favorite fighters. He is very mentally tough. He broke there. Justin Gaethje won't break. Justin Gaethje doesn't know he can break. The only way Justin Gaethje will break is if he's unconscious. So kudos to Nurmagomedov if he could pull that off. Now, before I go too far, because I'm just going to start repeating everything you guys have said, because any points that I have not brought up on my end, you guys already have. So I'm all for Justin Gaethje here. Love me some Justin Gaethje. He's plus 275. That is ridiculous. I love Justin Gaethje.